What fact is common knowledge in your field, but almost unknown to the rest of the population? An elevator will go up to the top of the hoist instead of crash to the floor in most catastrophic failures due to the counterweights. Powerful explosives are so insensitive to shock that it usually takes a smaller, more sensitive explosive to set them off. When a person flatlines, you cannot shock them out of it. The world runs on MS Excel. People, users, are the weakest link in most technology systems 99% of the time. There is no fractured versus broken. There are only different types of fractures. It's really a semantic problem, but patients get heated about it. Your calf muscles act as a pump for your lymph fluid, which is basically the garbage pickup and immunity DoorDash of your body. Without flexing your calf, the fluid has no way of moving against gravity. Each time we walk, the muscles contract, squeezing the fluid back up towards the core for processing. That's why sitting for long periods causes swelling in the legs. LPT. Sitting for long periods? Move your ankles up and down to pump the calf. Generally speaking, if you add the percentage of the body covered in third-degree burns and the person's age together, you get the likelihood of it being a fatal burn. 32 and 40% burn coverage? About 70% of people in that condition will die. Source: Fiery. Working closely with several doctors from burns units. Edit. I love the 100-year-old people comments and the people with 0% burns but in their 30s lamenting the 40% death chance. Cement and concrete are not the same thing. Cement is the main ingredient in concrete, but concrete is the whole mixture of cement, sand, aggregate, water, etc. A hysterectomy is removal of the uterus only, not the ovaries. Those high-end, or expensive, neighborhoods they slap up really fast. Usually, gated communities and other semi-exclusive suburbs full of McMansions are built with the absolute cheapest materials and poorest quality, untrained labor. Never buy a spec home without some serious research into what you're actually buying. All that luxury is barely surface deep. Eyeglass lenses are made of polycarbonate, a type of plastic, which is also the same plastic used to make bullet-resistant windows. Also, it does not shatter at all like glass, despite what the MCU shows. It deforms more like metal. Plexiglass is plastic, not glass. And plexiglass is a brand name. The actual material is called acrylic. The hard plastic casings of electronics are made of ABS, which is a type of acrylic. The sensors in digital cameras, including phones, are monochromatic. They don't see color and have a tiny color filter on each sensor element so it can detect one of 3 colors: red, green, blue. Then the image is created by calculating what the other 2 colors might be based on one color value and the values of the nearest sensors around it. TLDR. 2/3 of the color in a digital photo is calculated from the 1/3 that is actual data. Most public defenders are competent actually. In archaeology, it's super awesome and great that you brought stuff to an archaeologist at a local dig site near you of things you found in your backyard or nearby asking us appraise it, but the thing is, we're actually more interested in the context the items are found. We want to see the bigger picture. Arrowheads, flint knaps, trade beads, etc. are super cool, but they are worth so much more when we can tell if they are part of a hoard, burial site, ceremonial site, etc. Mushrooms are genetically closer related to humans than to plants. Styrofoam is a brand name. It is polystyrene foam. Edit. Not to be that guy or anything, but goddamn. 3K upvotes? Lab-grown diamonds cost $2 per quart of electricity to grow. The value price has absolutely plummeted on them the last 2 years. Most especially the last 8 months. Don't overpay on them as they all perform. One CTS currently 6,800. So for the first time in the history of the jewelry world, you can officially buy moissanites from high-end brands that are more expensive than their lab-grown diamonds of same quality. Open mouth smile. The amount of people robbed of value the last 2 years is in the millions and dollar amount. Unfathomable. Had a guy as recent as March spend $24,000 on a 3-quart lab-grown online when I was finding them for $5,500 at the time. Places are rushing to make money back from buying in bulk. There will be a documentary about this someday. Pain is effectively a psychological phenomenon and a terrible indicator of physical injury. Far too many people think the human body is a simple cause and effect model. It hurts, therefore something where the pain is located must be wrong. Instead, it is much more like a set of wildly complex, interdependent systems like climate or stock markets. A lot of medical diagnosis is educated guessing with an over-reliance on singular labels for the benefit of explaining the situation to the patient. People make most decisions based on emotion, then rummage around for logic to back up what they've already decided.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.